Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time in timely fashion, courtesy of the universe through the language of synchronicity. This is a collective or general reading, so parts may or may not resonate. Take what works for you, leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading. So if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That could give you further clarity as to your situation now. We're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The knights would work for the king and the queen in the court, and they would travel for miles back and forth to different kingdoms to deliver messages and return the answers. And each of the knights has their own specialty or their element, and the Knight of Pentacles is looking after the element of earth. And so the pentacle is in the shape of a coin because it represents health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. Having said that, you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. So this is more about lifestyle than it is just about money. And the Knight of Pentacles of the four knights is the slowest moving knight of them all. Like, you have to be so patient. It takes him forever to show up. Like, his horse is at a standstill here and he's contemplating which direction to go in. You don't want to be in a position where you have to have a board meeting with yourself every time you make a decision. But that's what it feels like. And so the good news is that when he does deliver the message or the communication, it is a solid offer. It's something that is for real, and quite often it's about the pentacles, and it quite often could be about generational wealth or a legacy that can be handed down from you to your children and their children. In the old days, the only way was by horse. That was the long distance communication. But these days, it could be in person. But it also could be a letter in the mail, a phone call. You could get a text message. Perhaps you're on social media and get message there. Or, you see an event and you go to it, and the next thing you know, you meet someone there that has all the information you need. Also, a really good place to get communication is the news. Just even if you just watch the news for like 5 minutes a day, it will give you an idea of what's going on in the world. What's going on at the top of the pyramid is definitely going to have an effect on everyone below. Oh, come on then. This is my cat, Stella. Yeah, I started a reading without you. Her job is to purr and raise the vibration, which she does a really good job. But she was in the other room and I thought she would sleep through, but apparently not. So she's here. She's got happy feet. So we're in good pause. She's purring already. Her motor's revved up. You may not be able to hear her because I'm wearing a noise canceling mic, but her motor's already running. A cat's vibration raises the frequency to a very high level where it actually can heal the physical body. It lowers blood pressure, etc. So I figure we can all use that. So thank you still. This is the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, there's some sort of energy here where you're wondering what happened. Like, I put all this work into something and it doesn't seem like I got the return that I should have gotten on it. I've invested my time, my money, my energy, and this is what I received from it. There's something not quite right here. And he's trying to figure out, what is it? Like, should I just abandon this project and, take what I learned from it and start something new? Or is it something that I can fix? Is there something that I could do to change this situation quickly? And then and maybe that's the information he's waiting to come in. And right now, the only thing that you can see is two ways of doing it, this way or that way. My way or the highway is the kind of energy. So this represents someone who does not have an open mind at this time. As I said, there's only two ways of doing things, and there's never only two ways of doing things. So the way they're sitting here, you can see by the body language, the feet are turned out here, and this is really draining your energy to be in this constant thinking of this or that. So this energy is talking like about, needing to use your intuition. We have the new moon in the background there, and that is that, the new moon and the full moon are highly intuitive times for most people. And the swords represent your mental intelligence, your discipline of your mind, and also they're double-edged swords, so they represent that you need to use your logic as well as your intuition. But from the way this person is sitting, you can see their arms are crossed over their heart. That's protecting their heart energy. They don't want to be vulnerable. And also the right arm is holding the left arm back. So this is representing the right arm is your logic and your left arm is your intuition. So you're only using your logic and not allowing your intuition to come through. The blindfold can represent an energy. If you've ever heard the saying, because you have eyes, you cannot see. It's because human beings, actually the human eye can only see a small bandwidth of the light spectrum. And so when we think we're seeing everything, we're seeing what human eyes can see, but like say my cat, she could see way more than we could see. And that's why you'll sometimes see cats running around chasing after things that you can't see, and you think what's wrong with them, but they actually have their eyesight is much sharper than ours. And so this energy is talking about needing to go inward and use your third eye to add your intuition to your logic. And then you will have all sorts of creative solutions. There's never only two ways to do something. And then the sun comes out. Yay! So the sun is the happiest card in the deck. And when it comes out, it reflects light over the whole situation. And quite often, if there is a full moon or a new moon, the opposing sign across from your, on the horoscope, will be generally a lot of times the sign that has a significant effect on that moon. And so the energy is saying the sun is shining to shine light on the new moon energy here, saying that if you use your intuition, that you will probably get a lot of answers that you wouldn't otherwise have. And the sun is also representing God's energy. So this is saying that you're moving forward in God's plan and what was destined for you. This little child is carrying this heavy banner on this pony with total ease, and this is representing your destiny. And this little guy has, no fear whatsoever, no reins, just totally fearless and happy. And that's what the sunflowers. The sunflowers turn with the sun, and they reflect the energy of, happiness. And then we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is one of four kings in the minor arcana of the tarot, and he is offering a cup. He wants to offer a cup of love to someone, and he is patiently waiting. He's in the middle of a lot of rough water here. Rough water in the tarot represents volatile emotions, and also it can represent chaos. And so he's sitting in the eye of the storm, though. The King of Cups is the most emotionally available of all the kings, because he is able to control his emotions. He has a lot of practice at it and has honed that skill. So when he feels the time is right, he will then get up and offer this cup of love. But he's waiting because he's using his intuition, and he knows that if he asks now, the chances of his offer being accepted could be not as good as if he waits for the energy to calm down a little bit. So there must be something going on in the air around. And that's the energy we're in here for this reading. I'm waiting for some information to come in about pentacles, not being able to figure out why they're missing, and wanting to get back to your happiness that you were destined for. And perhaps there's some love coming in. or you plan to offer some love. Now this is the end of a cycle right here. So it's talking about when this energy here comes in, when you figure out what happened to these pentacles and you figure out what to do about it, that's when this new energy is going to come in, and this energy will be over and you'll be on a new cycle here. The world represents, in the tarot, the major arcana starts at the 0 point and it ends at card number 21. It's saying that that cycle is over and this new one is about to begin. All right, so all we need is for this knight to get his button gear, deliver the information. Because it's about, there's some sort of heartbreaking decision that needs to be made here. I'm getting an energy of this person not wanting to see. They know that they know what's going on, but they don't want to see the truth. So this is this is representing your energy, if this is your reading. So I feel like someone that you are close to in your inner circle, and possibly someone that you have an intimate relationship with, like your significant other. This card quite often can represent, when you see it, yeah, like it doesn't look good. There's 3 swords in someone's heart here. But then you look again and you realize, well, the heart is really big in context to the swords. So these aren't, like swords, like big swords. These are more like pinpricks or nails kind of energy. So perhaps it's something that a person could actually heal from. And that's what this card does represent, is healing your heart after having been hurt. And you notice the heart is in the throat here. And so this can sometimes represent someone who does not feel safe speaking their truth, and that could be this energy here. Like you know what's going on, but you don't know what to do about it, because no matter what you do, it's not going to be pretty, is the energy I'm getting. And so this can represent harsh words being said, or a lot of gossip and slander, that kind of energy, lies, perjury in court, that kind of energy. So something about these pentacles missing. I feel like someone in your inner circle, and it could be your significant other at that time, whether you're still with them or not. I imagine if someone else is wanting to offer you a cup of love, perhaps you've ended this relationship. And that was the heartbreaking decision that you needed to make when you found out that they were maybe involved in the missing pentacles. So maybe this information has come in now, and that's why this cycle is ending. And it's talking about now you're going to speak your truth, and you're moving forward, and you've made your decision. You're going to do it. Yeah, you're walking away from the relationship. So this is a relationship that has had quite a bit of energy coming in. But you notice here there's 5 cups lined up, and then there's 2 and a gap and the 8th. And this, quite often, this gap can represent a third-party energy that was involved in what should have been a couple. So this energy could be talking about someone, cheating in the relationship with another person. And we have the full moon and the new moon. So pay attention to the eclipse seasons also, because eclipses quite often will bring truths of that nature out. But basically, this is saying you've decided to walk away from this relationship when you find out what, when you find out that what your intuition was telling you is the truth. Now you're like, yeah, I'm not up for sticking around for this. And then, yeah, it's a never-ending nightmare. So this isn't, I feel like this is an energy that perhaps you've had this, maybe been in this relationship like 8 years, and maybe this is the 9th year here, and you're just like, I'm done. Like it's been 9 years of this kind of energy, never knowing what this person's going to do. What are they spending the money on behind your back? They're maybe having, stepping out, that kind of, and so the whole marriage has just been like a never-ending nightmare. You can't count on them is basically the problem. And so this is talking about sometimes what happens though, because we have the sun coming out here, is the Holy Spirit comes in the middle of the night. And generally that's between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m. where you'll all of a sudden get insight. And sometimes you'll wake up from a dream and it's so real. And it's like, oh, this is exactly what I need to do. Or you get an insight, and it's like, oh, there's these are the consistent steps of action that you need to take. And so the quilt here has cosmic symbols on it representing that the universe does have you covered. And perhaps this was with God being here, that this was enlightenment from the Holy Spirit, and you know what to do now. This is saying you have to get out of bed, though. You have to leave your comfort zone and you have to get it done. You can't just hope that it changes or that kind of energy. You have to make this decision, and then you have to make it happen and take action on it. And then you'll have what you wish for. So then we move up to the 9 of Cups. And if the king adds his cup to this, then you have 10 cups. And that's the ultimate amount in the tarot. So right now, it's really interesting. This card quite often comes out with this one. I'm just going to show these two cards. You notice how the body language is very similar. Both of them are leaking energy from the lower half, saying that they're drained. You know, like this is survival, and like the base chakra and down kind of, it's talking about survival and having the nitty-gritty of the 3D world. But you notice the upper arms here, they're similar, but you notice he doesn't have his heart covered here. He's actually making the symbol, like almost like an infinity symbol here. So this is not as closed energy. He has his heart open, and he's vulnerable. You know, he's open-hearted, whereas in this one, the person is not. And he also doesn't have a blindfold, so he can see what's going on. He's been successful before, and he understands what's going on. And I feel like this is the king's energy, so he's just waiting for you to get your, come to a decision here in this relationship. And he would like to get to know you better is the energy. That's his wish. So this is talking like this could be past, present, or future. Are these cups in the back of him? So the past, like, is this already starting to happen? Or are they above the head? It's just happening now? Or is it in the future? It's going to happen right away. But it's been... like it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. And I feel like as soon as this energy comes in and gave you that clarity, that's where the World card here was. So thank you, Knight of Pentacles. And then we have, look at that. Then we have, look at that, we have 9 of Pentacles now, plus 1 would be 10. So you have the ultimate in love and in money, basically is what it's saying. The lifestyle and the person to enjoy it with. Wow, that's a real big change over down here. So this is pre-Empress energy. This is talking about someone who's been through a lot. And because they've been through a lot, the Empress is... in the major arcana, and she embodies the qualities of all 4 of the queens from the minor arcana, because she has had so much life experience. She's been there, done that, has the t-shirt, and has learned a lot from what she's been through. And this is talking about learning the give and take in the world, in the spiritual world as well as the physical. And if you've ever heard of Nikola Tesla, the great inventor and genius, he would talk about if you knew the beauty of the 369, then you would have the key to the universe. And this is what she has learned, is that she always, in this ratio, she has 6 coin here and 3 here, adding up to 9. And she always has her hand on 6, because this energy, she knows I need these 6 pentacles to make sure I can make my payments for the house, for my businesses. And also, in case something should happen, I need extra money there in case I need it. And then these other 3 coins, one might be for risky investments that are a bit riskier, but she's willing to take the risk. And this one might be for charity, and this one may be saving up for a vacation for the family. She has the foresight, which is showing that by the falcon here. So understanding that she has to look after her needs first, or she won't be able to look after the needs of others. And this card quite often represents your environment, and making sure that your home environment supports your business environment, and vice versa. So coming from the bottom to the top and back down, we have missing pentacles, and disappointing love that you're walking away from, and a disappointing lifestyle, basically. And it's been a never-ending nightmare. This has been like almost a decade of energy I'm getting, and it's coming to an end because you want to be in this energy, and you're done with this energy. Like this is the heartbreaking decision when you say, okay, I'm done. I'm not doing this another round, and recognizing, no, this is not going to change. This is a never-ending nightmare, and I'm done. And then so you get out of your comfort zone and you go after what you wish for, and that ends that cycle. When this information came in about what was happened to the missing pentacles, and this King of Cups in the background has had his eye on you for some time, and he's been watching this, and he maybe was aware of what was going on, and aware that you were maybe in a legal battle or something like that, or you were in the middle of a divorce, and he's waiting for you to return to more of this energy so that he can offer you a cup here. And so this is having an open mind, like opening your mind up to your intuition, healing your heart, and being able to have what you've wished for. And this pentacle here with those is 10, and then this cup is with 10. So it's about everything, the ultimate love and the ultimate lifestyle in a perfectly imperfect world. All right. So if you've enjoyed this reading, please do give it a like and comment. I'm going to continue to clarify with my oracle, Tales from the Vector, and this is from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I haven't quite finished it yet. I do have all the paintings done. I started it in 2007, and in 2020 I finished all 64 paintings. But I've had them out and about at my seminars in the past when I taught seminars and at psychic fairs, but I didn't have all of the paintings done. So now I have all the paintings done, and I have time to work on my channel here, and I'm making that a priority to be able to play with the cards and gather the rest of the information I need to complete this and put it out there. So in the description box below, I will have the numbers of these cards in the order they appear, and they represent the paintings in my gallery, like the order they are there. So you can check it out if you would like. It's talesfromthevector.com. The information will be in the description box below. So we have here clarification of the High Priestess energy. So the High Priestess sits next to God on her throne, and she is highly intuitive, and she understands how to use the cycles of the moon to use her intuition and add it to her logic so that she can have all sorts of creative solutions for any problem. And it makes a more joyful life instead of worrying and getting caught in a what if trap. She is joyful because she knows she's not concerned. Whatever comes up, she knows she'll be able to find a creative solution. And that's because she uses her third eye, and that's the energy here. And then we have the moon, emphasizing that again. So the secret, like the moon has a lot of hidden secrets, and if you can use your intuition, it's especially sharp with the cycles of the moon, and that's how the High Priestess, why she's so highly intuitive. She understands those cycles. And so this is reckless abandon, W-R-E-C-K, and this is talking about moving forward, and freedom is from discipline of your mind. So, you got to quiet your mind to be able to use your intuition. And then we have the star energy. So in case you didn't know it, you are a star and you are meant to shine. And that's what this energy here is saying. God is saying it's time for you to shine. And being in this energy is not benefiting you. This cycle is done. You've learned everything you can from this energy. The information you need is coming in. here it is. Now you know the truth, and now that you know what your intuition was telling you is true, and it's not your imagination, that it's time to make a decision. And you've made the decision to walk away and go after what you've always wanted. And this takes a lot of strength and courage and integrity. And that's what you've decided, to go that route. Face your shadow side, go inward and really look at yourself. And what is it I really want out of life? And what part did I play in not having what I want? And how can I change that? And the first thing is walking away from this energy, because it's not going to benefit you and it's not benefiting the other person. This is like an energy of, where you're just two people that are not good for each other, basically. And then this is the Libra energy. This is being a mature adult. So I feel like this energy is saying that possibly when you got into this relationship, you were younger, and you were in love and everything, and love is blind, but you maybe you and your partner weren't mature enough to make a commitment like such as marriage and having children and all of that. So it just, maybe you did continue to mature and they didn't. And so Libra rules love, and it's when you're old enough, or not so much old enough, because you could be 80 and still be immature when it comes to matters of love, or you could be like 20 and be very mature. Both partners, it has to be equal. And so the Libra energy is ruled by the justice, the scales of justice is the glyph. And so this energy is saying, now you are ready. If you weren't ready before, you are now. And that's why the tower had to hit. So the tower just represents, and it has divorce on here, because quite often the tower is divorce. But the worst divorce would be the divorce from source. So not following your destined path and not being in this happy energy that God intended you to be in when you were young. This is your true nature. And so this is saying, to be to be unhappy in this way is not benefiting anyone, and you're not, you deserve to have that happiness. So, yeah, the tower hits, and then you're forced to make a decision, and you have. And hey, I think if this King of Cups hasn't shown up yet, somebody has their eye on you. All right, or you could be the King of Cups and this is the opposite. So just play it by whichever way this works for you. So I really enjoyed this random reading. I hope you've also enjoyed it. Please do give it a like and comment. And it really helps me build my channel, and I appreciate it. Consider subscribing if you resonate. I would be honored if you did so. And I will be back with another random shift reading soon. Bye for now. Whoops, kitty.